Machiavelli's Realism and Pragmatism, Navigating Power Politics. Niccolò Machiavelli, a prominent figure of the Renaissance, is known for his groundbreaking contributions to political philosophy. Among his influential ideas, Machiavelli's realism and pragmatism stand out as cornerstones of his thought. In a time when idealism often colored discussions of politics, Machiavelli's emphasis on practicality and real-world dynamics marked a significant departure. This article delves into the intricacies of Machiavelli's realism and pragmatism, exploring their origins, characteristics, and enduring relevance. The context of Machiavelli's thought. During Machiavelli's time, Europe was transitioning from the medieval era to the modern age. The traditional feudal order was giving way to nation-states and centralized power. Against this backdrop, Machiavelli sought to understand the nature of political power and the strategies required to acquire, maintain, and expand it. His observations and analyses culminated in his renowned work, The Prince. Realism in Politics. Machiavelli's realism was a response to the prevailing idealism that often characterized political discussions. He rejected the notion of politics as guided solely by moral principles or religious ethics. Instead, Machiavelli argued that political decisions should be grounded in the reality of power dynamics, human behavior, and the pursuit of self-interest. He famously stated, "It is better to be feared than loved." Pragmatism in action. Machiavelli's pragmatism is rooted in his emphasis on what works in practice, rather than what is theoretically ideal. He believed that leaders should adopt strategies that lead to successful outcomes, even if those strategies deviate from conventional morality. Machiavelli recognized that political circumstances are fluid, and effective leaders must be adaptable and willing to employ different methods to achieve their goals. The separation of ethics and politics. One of the most provocative aspects of Machiavelli's thought is his separation of ethics from politics. He argued that leaders must be prepared to act in ways that might be considered morally reprehensible in order to secure the stability and success of the state. This approach challenges traditional moral frameworks and underscores Machiavelli's emphasis on the pragmatic pursuit of power. Virtue and Fortuna. Machiavelli introduced the concept of virtue as a leader's ability to adapt to changing circumstances and make effective decisions. This pragmatic virtue contrasts with fortuna, or fortune, representing external factors beyond a leader's control. Machiavelli believed that virtue could counter the unpredictable whims of fortune. The legacy of Machiavelli's realism and pragmatism. Machiavelli's realism and pragmatism have had a lasting impact on political thought. His emphasis on the practicalities of power politics has influenced generations of thinkers and leaders. While often criticized for advocating manipulative and ruthless tactics, Machiavelli's ideas remain relevant in discussions about the complexities of leadership, strategy, and statecraft. Contemporary relevance. Machiavelli's emphasis on realism and pragmatism continues to resonate in modern political discourse. Leaders are often faced with challenging decisions where moral ideals may conflict with strategic imperatives. Machiavelli's work encourages a nuanced understanding of the pragmatic considerations that must inform political action. In conclusion, Machiavelli's realism and pragmatism revolutionized political philosophy by shifting the focus from idealism to practicality. His insights into the nature of power, ethics, and effective leadership have left an indelible mark on discussions about statecraft and political strategy. While his ideas may be controversial, they prompt critical reflections on the intersection of morality and politics in the pursuit of power and stability.